Robin Blake needs to keep his win streak going to get the title shot he so badly wants. And he'll try to keep it going against the 26-year-old Korean, J.C. Kim, who's fighting in the United States for the first time. He's 12-1 with 12 knockouts. It's Rockin' Robin Blake versus J.C. Kim in our main event tonight. The Sports Pavilion at the Showboat Hotel in Las Vegas for another night of top-ranked boxing. Sal Marciano is on vacation this week. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Rosen. It's a pleasure to be back with you once again, and a pleasure to be working with Al, the Bruiser, Bernstein once again. And Al, we've got Rockin' Robin Blake tonight, and I think he's ready. I've seen him so many times, and last time on national TV, he looked just great. He looks like he's ready.
Robin Blake's a fighter that we have watched develop here on ESPN. We've seen him in his early days when he had a hand injury to his left hand that really hampered what he could do. And we saw him gain confidence really in his last win over Anthony Murray just before the Munoz fight. He was very, very effective. He's an excellent southpaw with terrific hand speed, and he's a fighter that, as you said, really is right near the top of the lightweight ranks.
He has developed very, very well, but he's fighting an unknown commodity tonight in J.C. Kim, another tough fighter from Korea. We don't know much about him. He's been in the United States only 5 months, his first fight in the U.S.
This is his first fight here, but he has been training with Marv Jensen, and that's a name a lot of old-time boxing fans will remember. He's the man that brought Gene Fullmer along to the middleweight title. So Kim has been in Ogden, Utah, working with Jensen. He is, from all that we can gather, a rough-and-tumble fighter who will probably bring the fight to Robin Blake, and that will be important because Blake is a boxer, so hopefully it will make a good matchup of styles.
All right, the big talk around Las Vegas concerning Robin Blake is that if he wins tonight, he will get a chance at Ray Mancini. In fact, Bob Arum has said he will offer Ray Mancini $1 million to fight Robin Blake. We talked to Dave Gorman about that.
I understand that Bob Arum is offering Boom Boom Mancini $1 million to fight Robin Blake sometime in the near future. And my feelings are Robin's ready for the title. I believe in his next fight or two he's going to prove he is, and he has in the Ruben Munoz fight. And we're getting very excited about Robin Blake possibly getting a shot at the world title, and we're hoping Mr. Mancini will accept the offer that they're making him. And we're looking forward to it. Robin's really exciting all of us with his fighting ability at this point, and I think he's probably the most advanced fighter in the lightweight division just in the last 6 months.
That's Dave Gorman, Robin Blake's manager, and of course this becomes a very important fight for Robin Blake.
Well, when you're at this stage, you can't stub your toe on anyone. And of course, the fact that Kim is unknown to him presents some problems to Robin Blake. He doesn't know at all what to expect from this fighter, and that is giving he and Dave Gorman some trepidation about this fight.
Okay, that's our main event, Robin Blake and J.C. Kim.
Munoz, at this point, do you feel you're ready to challenge those top 10 people?
Well, at this time, you know, I feel that I'm ready for anybody. If I just got long enough time to get ready for them, set my mind right, and get in physical condition, then I can beat anybody, I feel.
Now, that win over Munoz was a special victory, and as we look at round 3 action in that fight, perhaps you can tell us what was going on and how you looked at that win against Munoz.
Well, he was pressing me here, you see, and then I just calmed down a little bit and trying to make him miss, but he caught me that one time, and I knew I had to retaliate with a punch, and when I did, I knocked him down.
And your wife was happy at that occasion. And now here's round 10 when the fight was stopped and you really had Munoz in trouble.
Well, I caught my second win in round 10, and I started going on stronger and stronger and stronger, and the referee felt that he couldn't keep his, win, so I won it.
Now that was an important victory for you. Tonight's fight against J.C. Kim, also very important because of the possibilities of fighting Ray Mancini for the title. What do you know about Kim and what's your outlook going in?
I know that he's a southpaw. He's coming in with a 12-1 record, and I know that I'm going to have to box and not underestimate him and let everything get to my head, and I just got to go out and win the fight because every fight to me is a championship fight, so I'm going all the way.
So determined Robin Blake. Let's go back to Sam Rosen.
Thank you, Al. We'll see Rockin' Robin Blake against J.C. Kim, our main event on Top Rank Boxing, coming up next. Stay with us.
You know, I had some hand problems during my career, and I feel 100% that all my hand problems are cured at this time, and that's what I was doing, just concentrating on putting combinations on him and letting the punches flow, and I knew one of them would stop him.
In Las Vegas, Nevada, we are set for our main event. Let's get the introductions from Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee assigned for the next bout of the evening, Mr. Richard Green. The next bout of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. 10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division. Introducing in the red corner, originally from the country of Korea, now fighting out of West Jordan, Utah. He weighs 133 3/4 pounds. His professional record consists of 12 wins, 1 defeat. His first appearance in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, introducing J.C. Kim. And in the blue corner, fighting out of Levelland, Texas. He weighs 134 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career with 18 wins, no defeats. Introducing now the very popular Rockin' Robin Blake.
Good evening, gentlemen. Both of you guys are professional fighters, so let's conduct ourselves as professional fighters.
You will interpret.
Okay.
Go
In
ahead.
case of a knockdown, I want the one that scores a knockdown go to the first neutral corner and remain there till I tell you to come out and fight.
넘어지는 상대편이 넘어진 걸 보면은 자기 편 코너로 가고.
In case of when you lose your mouthpiece, I want you to continue to fight.
The
I want you to
instructions
protect
of
yourself
Richard
at all
Green being
times.
translated
Any questions to my left? Any
to
questions to my
J.C.
right?
Kim.
No.
Good luck to both fighters.
To boxing.
As we mentioned, J.C. Kim, an unknown commodity, 12-1, fighting all of his fights in South Korea. And there is Robin Blake, and they are watching in Texas. Certainly Denise Blake is watching. Brandon is probably asleep by now.
And you can see that Kim is a southpaw, so this is a matchup of southpaws. Right away, Robin Blake with a straight left hand. He will have a big height and reach advantage. And Marv Jensen indicated that Kim will try and swarm all over Blake. And down goes Kim from a straight left hand.
He'll take the mandatory 8 count. Kim is clear-eyed, seems to be okay. Richard Green checking him out, and back they go. J.C. Kim in his first appearance in the United States. He lost his last fight in South Korea in late 1982, as we mentioned. Came to the U.S. right after Christmas and is about to go down again. That left hand scoring every time, and again the left hand. Richard Green was almost set to go in. The right hand sends Kim down. This is going to be over early. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. 3 knockdowns in a round and it's all over. Richard Green checking out J.C. Kim. Shaking his head, says he's okay. Richard Green says no, he's not going to let it continue.
Now there is anger in the corner of J.C. Kim, and Kim himself was disappointed. This presents a very interesting question. With the 3 knockdown rule in effect and Kim shaking his head that he was all right, Richard Green nevertheless still stopped it. Now I doubt very much if Kim would have gotten back in this fight.
Yeah.
You do have to wonder though, in all candor, whether the fact that Kim is a Korean and is here for his first fight in view of obviously the Duke of Kim tragedy, I wonder if that played any role in stopping the fight early.
You know, he had taken some real heavy
Yes,
punches and a couple of lefts, and I thought Richard Green was going to step into in between them in the corner. Then that right hand just sent Kim down, and I thought Richard Green really looked carefully and waited before he decided to stop it.
Don't get me wrong, as we look at this action, you can make a strong case as we look at the first knockdown for Richard Green stopping it. We will see Kim go down again, and he was in all kinds of trouble. There's the right. And after he got up, that was when Green, as you said, took a long look at Kim and decided he had seen enough. And Robin Blake, well, it's a quick victory, but
Yes.
a nice one.
J.C. Kim, I don't know if it was nervousness, his first appearance in the U.S., or just came in a little cold, but Rockin' Robin Blake all over him and puts him away early. Here's the official time from Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute, 20 seconds. of the first round, a winner by a TKO and still undefeated, Rockin' Robin Blake.
Robin Blake making a case for a title shot. He's ranked number 5 by the WBA, number 9 by the WBC. He hasn't hurt his credentials one bit. A first-round TKO over J.C. Kim. Top Rank Boxing continues in just a moment.
Make a TKO victory over J.C. Kim. When Kim got up from that second knockdown, Richard, he was shaking his head as if he wanted to continue. He felt he was all right. You took a long look into his eyes and decided to stop it. Why so?
Right. I looked at his eye, and his eyes was wobbling around in his head, and really the kid was overmatched, and there's no need of taking a chance with him like that. Let him go to the gym and go back and learn the skill, learn the sport, and come back again.
Now, there is a 3 knockdown rule in effect, so one more knockdown and the fight would have ended anyway. But you felt that there was a possibility of damage to him and you weren't going to risk that third knockdown.
No way. So he can always come back now. I'd rather see a loss on a guy's record than have permanent damages. And that was my decision.
Let's take a look at the end of the fight. And Richard, you can comment on, as you look at it, what you were seeing that made you even more convinced. He was not responding really to this at any point.
No, and then he was getting hit with punches. He wasn't getting out the way, and the kid just really wasn't ready for Robert. Just no experience, too much experience there. And he need to go back to the gym and learn the trade. It's just no doubt about it.
All right, Richard, thank you very much. And let's bring in Robin Blake and David Gorman. And Robin, congratulations on this victory. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at the end of the fight, and just in a moment here. And Robin, you'll be able to comment on what you see. But first, let me ask you. I don't know. You didn't know anything about Kim, and yet you were still able to get in there and immediately hurt him.
Well, you know, I left it up to my Lord and personal Savior to give me the strength to come out here and do a job, and I was ready, you know. And I tell you, I expected it to go a lot rougher than this, but it happened like different. You know, I'm just shocked because I was expecting a hard 10 rounds, but I come out here and I surprised myself.
Now, you heard him almost in the first minute. You heard him with a straight left that set up what we're going to take a look at now. Here's the end of the fight, Robin, and boy, you were hurting him in that corner.
Right, I just wanted to keep my composure, and because I knew he could throw a punch and land a lucky shot, so I just kept my composure and threw clean shots and knocked him out.
And from another angle, we get to look at this. This is David Gorman, Robin's manager. You've got to like what you see here.
Oh, I'm thrilled to death. I'm seeing the things we're wanting to see out of Robin, and Robin's making big strides in every fight. And like I said earlier today, I think he's ready to take on Boom Boom Mancini or anybody in the lightweight division. And he's proven to me in his last 3 or 4 fights what I've been wanting to see out of him. And Joe Barentes has done a great job of preparing him for these fights. And we're going to try to fight regular and hope that Mr. Mancini will accept a title shot against Robin Blake, because I think he's a deserving fighter. He's 19-0 now, and by the time Boom Boom can get around to fighting us, I'm sure we'll have a few more fights, and we're ready for that challenge. And I think Robin's looking great. He really is.
Now, there's been much talk here about the alleged $1 million offer, and I guess it's not alleged, that has been made from Bob Arum to Ray Mancini to fight you sometime later in the year after he has a mandatory title defense against someone else. How do you feel when you think about fighting Ray Mancini? Do you think of it as an opportunity that you can definitely seize?
Well, I see it now. You know, starting out at first, I knew I had a lot of work to do, and I still got a lot of work to do. But now I see it. It's drawing closer and closer as time goes on, and right now I'm just going to take them one at a time and get ready for each one a different way and psych myself out and come out a winner, and I know I can do it.
So Robin Blake is confident that he can fight for and win the lightweight title, and he wants to say one quick hello.
I'd like to say hello to my wife and my baby son Brandon in Lubbock, Texas. Hello, I love y'all.
So Denise is watching indeed, and your son may be asleep by now, we don't know. Let's go back to Sam Rose.